of you that participated in the 100-mile challenge. So whether or not you finished the challenge, I'm guessing that your hips, hamstrings, and IT bands might need a little love. So let's get started right away in ankle to knee pose. So you are literally just sitting back, putting your ankle over your opposite knee. Lift your chest, broaden through your collarbones, and breathe. You might want to find a little movement here, rocking from side to side. Some of you that have a little more space might want to take ankle to knee or double pigeon. So ankle over knee, knee on top of flexed foot, double pigeon, or fire log pose. If this isn't happening for you today, just enjoy this ankle to knee and take 2 more big, deep, full breaths. Inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. Switch sides. You might notice one side is a little more open than the other. I usually start with my right leg first, so I'm trying to start with the other leg first. And again, you might want to find a bit of movement from side to side. Or if you have that extra space, you can move into your double pigeon. That's feeling a little tight for me this early, so I'm just going to enjoy this ankle to knee and celebrate my accomplishments of completing the 100 miles in December. And if you didn't, instead of dwelling on what you didn't do, just celebrate what you did do. Full deep breaths in. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. Release your ankle to knee and to make your way into tabletop to take your own cats and cows. Maybe you want to wiggle into the hips a little bit. Draw some circles in your cats and cows. Eventually make your way into downward facing dog. Once you're here, of course, I'm sure you all have your habits and patterns of movement for your downward facing dog. But today, let's take the right big toe and second toe onto the Achilles tendon on your left side. So it's almost like you're using this right foot to draw the left heel down towards the mat. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. But perhaps you might feel some sensation in your left calf. And switch sides. In between the left big toe and the left second toe, onto your right Achilles tendon. Maybe feel some extra sensation. It's almost like an adjustment, like a self-adjustment here with your left foot on your right ankle. And downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Keep your back knee lifted to start. Front knee is stacked on top of your front ankle. And then straighten your front leg as best you can. You might want blocks. Bend into your front knee. Straighten your front leg. Bend and straighten. And bend and straighten. This time, bend into your front knee, lower your back knee down to the mat, wiggle that right foot over to the right a little bit so you can bring both hands onto the inside of that right foot. And either stay on these palms or maybe you have some extra space to come down to your forearms. Again, blocks here would have been great, right? So for me, I'm feeling a strong sensation in my left hip flexor. And if it's too much for you, instead of allowing the weight to move forward and down, sort of shift your hips back a little bit. So you're not just sinking and dumping into that front hip. Two more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Tuck your back toes under. If you're on your forearms, come back to your palms. Lift that back knee, and as best you can, it might be one big step, or it might take you a few to get there to Malasana squat. So booty down, chest lifts, arms press into thighs, thighs press right back into your arms. If you have those blocks handy, great time to have a seat on your blocks. For me, almost right away, I'm starting to feel sensation in my shins. It's January 4th. I'm on mile 10. So yesterday doing 5 miles and Saturday doing 5 miles. I can feel it. You would think I wouldn't after 100 miles in December, right? All right, hands down, start to lift your hips. Walk your feet together and then bring your right foot and right ankle in front of the left foot. So your pinky toes, sides of your feet are matching up, maybe. And you might have to bend your knees. This might not be working for you very well. It's kind of awkward. But if you can, match up your pinky toes together. Take an inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, forward fold. Stay here. We won't be here long. Just 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Uncross, bring your feet back to normal. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step your way back into downward facing dog. No vinyasas, no chaturangas. Inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Keep your back knee lifted to start. Straighten your front leg. Bend into your front knee. Straighten your front leg. Again, bend and straighten. And bend and straighten. This time, bend into that front knee, lower your back knee down, wiggle that front foot over so both hands are on the inside of your front foot for your lizard lunge. And then you choose where you take it. Either palms stay on the mat, maybe you have blocks or a bolster, or perhaps your forearms come down to the mat. Try to find some place that might be a little uncomfortable, but certainly no pain. In yoga, we do not subscribe to no pain, no gain. Discomfort, yes, of course. But never the P word, as I like to say. 2 more breaths, full deep. Inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. If you're on your forearms, make your way back to your palms, tuck your back toes under, and however you get there, make your way to Malasana squat. Booty down, chest lifts, arms press, thighs squeeze, breathe. Start to lower your hands down, lift your hips up, walk your feet together, and then cross that left ankle in front of your right. Maybe your pinky toes can match up. Take an inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, make your feet back to parallel, and then step back into your downward facing dog. Find some movement here. One knee bends, then the other. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose. Right knee, right wrist. Slide this left leg back. Lift up to find some length first. And then exhale, forward fold. Now, for some of you, you might want to do this on your back. If you are doing this on your back, you're simply taking ankle to knee. Or you can even do that seated version that we did to start out with. It's almost all kind of the same, right? With that external rotation of the outer right hip. You can either stay on your forearms or have a nice relaxed version with your forehead down onto your hands. And we'll stay here for just a moment. Take a moment to scan your body. See if you're holding on to any tension or tightness anywhere. Could be your hips, your low back, or maybe even your shoulders or jaw. Take a moment to see if you have any holiday tension that you can let go of. Two more breaths, full deep inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. Start to rise up slowly. Instead of making your way into downward facing dog, slide this back leg around and take Janu Shirshasana. So sole of your right foot into the top of your left thigh. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, forward fold. If you have some extra space, you can wrap your hands all the way around your foot. But even if you're here, really think about drawing your chest towards your foot. And then draw your chin slightly in toward your chest. Wherever you are, again, looking for a little sensation, but not extra pulling. You don't want to feel pain, especially in these hamstring stretches. Those of you that know me know I can tell you all about hamstring injuries. And if you have any questions about them at all, please feel free to email me. Two more breaths. Full inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. And make your way into downward facing dog. Inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Exhale, make your way into pigeon. So slide your right leg back. Lift up first to find a little bit of length and height. Remember, the supine version is always there for you, or lying on your back. Once you are situated and have decided where you want to settle, take that moment to scan your body, see how this side feels. Maybe a little more open, maybe a little tighter. Wherever you are, just take a moment to see if you can let go just a little bit more. Find some place to soften. Maybe if I had a word of 2020, my word might have been soften, mentally and physically. Two more breaths. Inhale, expand through your rib cage and your lungs. Exhale, hug in. Again, inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. Start to rise up. Swing that back leg around for your Janu Shirshasana, sole of your left foot into your right thigh. Twist your torso towards your extended leg. Inhale, lengthen up and lift. Exhale, forward fold. Again, maybe you're taking a more dynamic version, or you could be staying lifted. Either way, draw your chest towards your foot, draw your chin slightly into your chest, and breathe. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Then this time, send both legs straight out in front of you for Paschimottanasana. Take an inhale, lift up, and exhale, forward fold. Of course, always feel free to bend your knees here. If you had a block handy or even a bolster, you could allow this to be a more relaxed version with your forehead on your block. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Bend your knees. Plant your feet on the mat, reach your arms forward, and as you roll back nice and slow, draw your tailbone to the sky. Slowly, slowly, round your spine. As you roll back, really root your feet firmly into the mat. Draw your tailbone up towards the sky and try to make this as slow as possible. Just for fun. Once you are all the way down, send your right leg into the sky. If you had a strap handy, you could use the strap around your foot. And then take the strap or your foot into your left hand. Take your thumb into your right hip crease. So thumb into your right hip crease. Some of you know I call this like a lobster claw. For one, I love lobster claws. And for another, that's what it looks like. Stick your lobster claw into your right hip crease and press your hip crease down towards the short edge of your mat. And then straighten this left leg out. And instead of moving into a twist right away, just take this right leg diagonally across your body. So about a 45-degree angle. And at the same time, you've got your lobster claw pressing your right hip down and sort of out at the same time. I'm sort of rotating that right hip, or at least the skin, out a little bit. And this is quite strong in my outer right hip, so my IT band. And then also I feel this in my hamstrings. We obviously all feel things differently because guess what? We have different bodies, right? So this is quite strong for me. We'll just stay here 2 more breaths. This is very active. I'm pressing my hand firmly. My left leg is active. My right leg is active. Even my hand holding this strap is active. Inhale and exhale, and then sort of softly release and come all the way down into a twist. And scooch that left hip underneath you. Allow your shoulders to relax. Take a full inhale and exhale. Bring your strap with you. Come back to center. Squeeze that right knee into your chest. And then plant that right foot down. Take a moment just to see how you're feeling. Resituate yourself, recenter yourself on the mat. And then bring this left leg up to the sky. Maybe you have a strap. This is an infinity strap, by the way. It's a figure 8, so you don't have to worry about any buckles or anything sliding. They're super handy. I love them. This one's a little bit small. For arm balances, like Pinchamayurasana, I could use a little bit wider of one. But if you're interested in these, I used to have a coupon code for them. I'll have to find out if that still works, but if you're interested, let me know. I think you can get like 10% off. All right, lobster claw into your left hip crease. If you don't need the strap, you can just take hold of the outer edge of your foot. Lobster claw, hip crease, press your hip down and then sort of rotate it out to the left. And then start to straighten this right leg down. Your right leg is still active, toes pointing up to the sky, not flopping out to the side. And then start to draw this left leg diagonally across. So you're not moving into your twist right away. You're just hanging out here in this 45-degree angle. Woo! This side is feeling it. I obviously haven't done this in a while. I need to incorporate this into my stretching a little bit more. Remember, this is active. Pressing down and out. Right leg is active, left leg is active. 2 deep breaths. And then start to bend into that left knee. At the same time, you scoot your right hip underneath you so you can move into your twist. Allow your shoulders to melt down. Slowly make your way back to the center. Squeeze that left knee in. Bring that right knee up to meet it. Start to rock from side to side. Massage out your lower back. Maybe you like to take happy baby here. If you have some space, you might straighten out both of your legs. And when you are ready, move into your Shavasana. Allow your legs to be heavy. Allow your hips to sink and relax. Scoop your shoulder blades underneath you. Allow your shoulders to melt into the earth. Take a full deep inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. And take a moment once again to celebrate your accomplishments and thank your body for all of the movement it brings you on a daily basis. Thank you so much for participating in 100 miles in December. But of course, most of all, thank yourself.